It is now the marketing time of the presentation. I just want to thank you all for being here this year. It's great to see all of your happy, shiny faces this morning. I want to introduce, I have a great team here today presenting with me. Brandon over here, who most of you have probably already talked to, our digital manager. He is going to be presenting a little bit later, talking about the map, which a lot of you were on the training just recently. And then I also have Tommy Lynn with Emerge. Tommy and I worked together at Dell a while back. He was the creative director of the global brand team there. And he's been helping us with that recent rebranding project that we've been working on. You'll have seen the new logo. A lot of you are wearing it on your shirts, which makes me very happy to see. He's been helping with that project and then is also currently helping with our website project, which you're going to get a sneak peek of a little bit later in the presentation. So we're dividing this into kind of three sections. We'll talk about the rebranding, the brand strategy, brand identity, and website, and then the map. And we can take questions if you have any at the end. So I want to start off. Just after Summit of last year, we started talking with a company called Chief Outsiders, and we really wanted to take a deep dive into the history of Open Mortgage, you know, where we've been, where we started, what we're all about, and also the future of the company, of, you know, where we see the company going, what story do we want to tell, and really start creating a solid brand in all of our materials. So senior staff started meeting with that company. We had a lot of deep conversations, you know, some arguments, but a lot of fighting, but that's just, you know, that's the way it is. And we got to a point where we finished that project, and then we started working with Emerge to take it a step further and really start putting those conversations into messaging and brand identity, and starting to tell that visual story of who we are. So yesterday, Scott talked about our mission and our vision, that mission being empowering the American dream of home ownership. And that word empowering was really a big word that really, you know, after all of those conversations, that's what we came to, is empowering was really that word that we wanted to focus on, that drive, that energy that everyone in this room has, that you know, when I'm talking to you guys at this event, that's what I really feel from all of you, is you're there to empower the people that you work with. So now I'm going to turn the time over to Tommy to go into a little bit more depth about that brand strategy project that we started with, and then we'll move into the brand identity, show you some of the visuals, and then show you the website.
Thank you, Amy. Hello, everyone. Everybody's awake? Great. So as Amy said, we came in just after some research had been done with the Chief Outsiders, and we ourselves did a survey, did a lot of talking to the senior staff. I think some of those surveys hit you all as well. Looked at the competitive set, kind of the standard, what you do when you walk in, and you don't know everything that a company does. So just getting to know the vibe, the vision, and really where the brand has been, as Amy said. So when we pulled that all together, we had a little mini workshop, brought some folks together to talk about where to go with this. And obviously the chief concern with any brand positioning is differentiation. You guys, I'm sure I don't have to tell you, work in a very crowded space. There's a lot of mortgage activity going on out there, and so what we wanted to do was figure out how do we really embody who you are, and how do we bring that to life. So what you see here is a brand ladder, and basically starts with really how you articulate who you are and what you're about. And then it kind of goes from there down to the promise. So that promise is what you deliver to each other, what the corporate office delivers to you guys, I'm sure without a doubt, every single day. And then what you, at the end of the day, deliver to the end customer. And that really is about empowering success. Obviously, the context of what you guys do, that is around the American dream. That's around home ownership. It's around keeping your home, reverse mortgages to cash out some of that equity so that people can maintain lifestyles. And what we wanted to do from there, just putting out a broad statement often isn't enough. And so you've got to articulate what that means. That's what these reasons to believe are. And this really guided us as far as developing all of the messaging, thinking about the very diverse audiences that Open Mortgage speaks to. And yeah, just kind of capturing who you are, not trying to change you, but really articulating it. So as you see there, committed to providing exceptional service, driven to deliver results, relentlessly searching for a better way, and developing relationships being the key to success. So would you guys agree that's kind of what you do every day? Good, lots of heads nodding, good. And then from there, developing a personality. This personality is key to developing events, having conversations with customers. For us, even developing photography styles and messaging and things like that. And all of that has to sit on this foundation of your values. What at the core you believe, and what you deliver. I'm sure there's lots of questions about this, right? Okay, we'll keep going. And so from here, it's about what does that look like? What does that appear to your customers, to each other, to your partners? And so for us, it was taking those personality traits and having a simple and more modern approach to the brand. Just capturing that essence of the house, right? And that being there, being very approachable with the lowercase, bringing in a more modern typeface, and really activating that blue that you guys own. From there, you can see simplification and how the marketing team has already taken this and, thinking about how to deliver a very clear message. This is the previous site, and as from an outsider's perspective coming into this, we call these word walls, where, you arrive at a site and there's a whole lot of reading to be done. And so part of our quest with the new site is to make it approachable, to chunk it down, make the type a little bit larger for older audiences at times, and make it a bit more engaging. So a lot of that comes, and you guys deal with websites every day. You browse them, you buy things from them, and you, I'm sure, notice that things have gone from you read a book online to you look for what you need, and you browse based on a task you're hoping to accomplish. And so that's essentially where we are heading with the redesign. There we go. So, what's important is that first impression. Your homepage is the front door. And so for us, having dynamic ways to kind of greet the visitor. And then from there, just looking at, as I said, ways to chunk information, locating a branch, having just very subtle animation where information is popping up, it's overlaying on photography, and just kind of, thinking about that experience and what state of mind are these people in when they come to your site, and what do they walk away thinking about you, is very important. Another part of kind of thinking through the brand strategy and how that applies here and empowerment is thinking about all of you and the stories that you guys bring. And, bringing in testimonials is, a very important part of this experience, and making sure that people can see actual verbatim what people have said about all of you guys. And obviously only the good things they've said about you. No, I'm kidding. And then making sure too that, a call to action is clear. On every single page, except for the page the call to action leads to, you have a bar like this that allows people access to take that next step, to get in touch with one of you guys, or to start to fill out the kind of pre-application. And then just providing additional context at the bottom, making sure that, you know, we've got all the licensing and compliance and legal. But, you know, providing that access to just take that next step. And so, as you guys well know, some people will want to hunt and peck and research, and some people are just going to want to find you guys and call you and talk to you. So we facilitate, you know, those different learning styles and those different experiences that people want to have. But, you know, as I said, it's about chunking the information. It's about what we call in the user experience realm progressive disclosure, where you don't have to give them everything up front, but if they want the information, they'll click through. So that's a lot of what you see in these little buckets here as well. So each of these has a page where folks can dive deeper into. We set the context of what the solution is about, and then we go a bit deeper into, you know, what are the different types of loans, things like that. Obviously, again, always leading them to a call to action. So we'll just click through here, and you can see, you know, I mean, it's very simple and straightforward to get directly in touch with you guys so you can seal the deal. And, you know, that's a big part of this, is bringing in the human element, making sure that there is a very simple and easy way to get in touch with all of you guys.
What we're showing you right now is the corporate website design. So obviously your LO pages will have the application. One of the things we've done on the corporate site is actually remove the applications. I know that was causing some confusion for some of you guys, where, you know, your borrowers were on your site but somehow got to the corporate site. So we've taken all of those things into consideration as we're building out the new sites for you guys, and, you know, hoping to avoid those kinds of confusions for your borrowers.
So really, you know, the rest of this is about the supporting information that people might need to know that you guys are credible, that you're a real company, providing them with some of the resources that might help them with kind of that initial foray into the journey of mortgages, which is not a short one, as I will know, but making sure that, you know, you guys establish credibility here. So you talk about who you are and what you believe in. I know Amy has passed out some of the kind of mantra, you know, the core beliefs, and making sure that everyone kind of sings from the same hymnal here, that this is what you believe, this is who you are at the core, and what you deliver to your customers.
Our customer manifesto. If you don't, let us know. Yep, that's it. The blue printed piece on your desk right there. That is one of the pieces that came from our brand strategy phase, and that's part of the messaging that we put together to help tell our story a little bit better, to encapsulate who we are, what we do for the borrower, and just, you know, clarify our goals as a company. Something for you guys to read and really get excited about and believe in every day, which I know you already do. It's just, you know, now in paper form or in digital form. So that's what that's all about.
Great. So all of you guys will have more than enough time with this, I'm sure, as we finalize and get the link out to each of you so that you can read, I'm sure, every single word of every single page and get familiar with it. And then, you know, continuing to work with Amy and the marketing team on what your needs are, and as she said, developing out each of the sites that kind of ladder into this as well. Yes, sir, in the back.
Well, we're going to try to keep it as templatized as possible. It is built in WordPress, though, so we do have the capability of building out additional sections. We can currently add logos to loan officer pages, so we will keep that capability. But for the most part, we're trying to build these so that you don't have to customize it as much as maybe you have been in the past. We're trying to incorporate all the needs of everybody so that we can have a seamless look. But if you do need something customized, you just let us know. Does that answer your question, Carlos?
I think too, another way to think of it, excuse me, is, you know, there's this container, which is the template, as she said, right? And it's that consistent look when someone clicks through from a branch page to one of your pages. There, I'm sure will be some opportunity from a content, what's inside the container, to specialize that a bit. Yeah. Good to know. Yeah, and as Amy said, we're still developing all of that out, and so those inputs are great to know as we finalize. Thank you. Yeah.
Right. So that was another consideration that we took into account when building this. So Tommy just put up the reverse mortgage page. So the way I see it, all reverse loan officer pages will pull directly from this page first, and this page is built specifically to the reverse product. So anyone in forward will pull from a different page. Anyone in reverse will have that specific. They can still go in and click around if they want to learn other things, but this is going to be the first page that they see when they come to your site. Yes, Rick? Okay. 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 Yeah, and we're still in the building phase, so this hasn't been completely proofed. So all of those kind of edits we'll get to as we get to that editing phase. We really just wanted something to show you guys of where we're at right now for this summit to get you excited about where we're going with the brand and the new look and feel. Thank you. You know, we haven't specifically talked about those kinds of widgets for the loan officer pages, but I can certainly, if you just shoot me an email to remind me about that, we can certainly talk about that as we're developing out the loan officer pages. Soon. I don't have a specific date. Yeah. Yeah, I'll let you guys know as soon as we have the specific date, though, I promise. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, any more questions? Oh. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's certainly something we can add in as we get. Yeah. It's on the list. All right, guys, so I think we'll move into the map section of our presentation today, where Brandon's going to talk about that and give you some more info.
All right, guys, so we're going to get in everybody's favorite word over the last month, the map. So basically, you know, this whole presentation we've been talking about going through a whole branding redesign, you know, rebranding phase or whatever. So in addition to our websites getting a makeover, we decided to give the marketing materials website a makeover. And part of the idea of that was to kind of just bring all the materials into one spot. The way it was set up before, if you wanted to get flyers, business cards, posters like that, you would go into the marketing materials site, log into Cabo, click on marketing, all that other stuff. If you wanted to get folders or anything else, then you would have to go to Vistaprint and log into there and print that out. So basically, the map is going to bring all of that compliance approved materials into one spot. So business cards, flyers, rack cards, folders, lawn signs. If you want that, if you want any of those materials, you can go straight to the map. There's even corporate letterhead that we've added as well. So if you have a letter that you want to mail out to your customers, email to your customers, we have that as well. As I mentioned or implied before, it's pretty much a one-stop shop. So now that all the materials are in there that you need, you can order them through the map with our new our new company we got called TOOF, TOOF printing. So anything you want printed out, flyers, business cards, etc., you can order it through there. Or if you want to take it to somewhere else, as previously mentioned before, there's an option to download each of those materials. So if you want to take it to Vistaprint where you feel like you can get a better deal, or another company or vendor, then you can download. There's an option to download on each of those materials. Now, for the information, which is what I've gotten a lot of emails about, pretty much what we're trying to work on is getting everything automated. So all your titles, such as senior reverse mortgage professional, branch manager, all that stuff, we're trying to have it where you update that in Cabo, it'll transfer over into the map. Same thing goes for if you get a license in a new state, if you get a new picture that you want to put on your business cards, we're working on getting all of that information updated in Cabo. For titles, to update that information, you'll go into Cabo, click on My Stuff, then go to My Info. Change it, then click on Update. It should move over. For addresses, if you're changing addresses or anything like that, then you're going to go to Cabo, My Branch, then My Branch Info. So right now we're doing a batch processing. So what that is all the information that, let's say you update some information today, within the next week or so, IT is going to submit that information over to TOTUS or the map, and they're going to change that information accordingly. And that's going to be happening just until, you know, the automation process is finally complete, which will also be soon. So, all right. So as you can see, once you log into the map, everything will be right there for whatever you need. So flyers, rack cards, brochures. We also have email signatures. So if you want to change your email signature up, you can log into the map and get it from there. Brand identity, that is going to be where a lot of the corporate letterhead, or excuse me, a lot of the regular letterhead will be. Also, logos will be there. The new logos are up there in our brand identity as well. So if you do not have the new logo, just log into the map and click on brand identity. Apparel and promo items, that'll just be a link to the Lands' End store that you can order a shirt from or any other type of clothing material. Postcards, digital ads, pretty much everything. The sidebar is just going to be pretty much showing what's coming into the map, what new materials are popping up. Currently, we do have some new forward materials. All of that has been redesigned. So just log in, click on flyers, rack cards, and just see what's available. I know one of I believe it's the reverse for purchase material has been revised. So you can log in and check that out as well. Also, the training video, when we first rolled the map out to all of the loan officers, I don't know if you got an email from Dave Otter, but sent an email saying that there will be a training. So in case you did miss that training, the video is located in the map as well. If you are unable to log into the map for whatever reason, let me know and I will email you the link to that training video.